So I'm gonna hop on here real quick because I'm not gonna keep up too much of y'all's time, but I do want to talk about some things. So let's see, background noise. I want to talk about how to be present on social media every day. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately because with joining pharmacy and running my own business, Scorpio vibes, I've been thinking about how to balance the two. Now, originally, I wanted to add pharmacy to my boutique, to my clothing business, because one thing about women, us women, when we dress up, when we put ourselves together, what do? We do our face, we do our skincare, we do our hair. Even if you're like me and you don't wear makeup all the time, you still do your skincare, you still put on your moisturizer, you still wash your face, wash your hair, correct? And pharmacy has all them things from soap to um, body care to hair care to they don't have they're more than just makeup. So how do you balance the two? Because I didn't add it to Scorpio vibes because of my downlines on in Scorpio vibes. I didn't want it to conflict with them. Now I haven't got any negative backlash or anything about me doing it, but I just thought to myself, well, maybe it would conflict, so I did it. But here's the thing: how do you balance your schedule with your beauty business and your clothing business? So this is what I thought. You need to be present every day. And how do you be present on social media? That's like the a big question, right? What I've went and searched in trainings and like um classes and all these things. What I have, you have to put your face out there. If you are not putting your face out there, people are not going to take you serious. Even if you're not the most professionalist person. Is that a word, professionalist? Even if you're not the most professionalist person, I'm just going to use that word. I don't know if it's a real word or not, but I'm going to use it. Um, if you are new to following me, I make up stuff all the time and I run my words together. That's just me. So, hi. Yeah. Um, how to be present on social media? What do you need to do? What does it look like? That was my biggest question with like certain trainings I was in. I was like, okay, they tell us we need to do this, we need to do that, but what does it look like? What are the tasks we should be taking? What are the steps that we should be implementing in our businesses, in our business? Because many people, if you do not, then I hope your one business is succeeding for you. But y'all, millionaires, people with they have multiple incomes. They don't have one. Okay, they have like what, seven different incomes. Yeah, if you're not, I tell people all the time when it comes to social media and being a content creator, you are still this still applies to you, honey. This is not just for entrepreneurs. This is not just for like network marketers and social sellers. No, this is for and this is for everybody who is, if you're a content creator or any of that. Because I'm also a content creator. I make posts on my page, especially on Facebook. I mean, on other platforms, you can see like if it's like serious or not serious, but 90% of the time, literally 90% of the time, I'm not serious. Like, I can turn anything into a joke. I can turn anything into like something funny. I mean, literally. Um, I'm not a very serious person. I'm very chill, laid back, and I can literally laugh at just about everything. Just about everything. So my thing is, like I said, I searched classes, studies, um, trainings, and these are things I paid for, got free, like all of them. Okay, if you aren't learning what you need to learn from your uplines, There are plenty of resources out there, baby girl. Men, gentlemen, there are plenty of resources out there for you to get your information. Don't just stay content with where you're at, with who you're training under, who you're learning from. If you're not getting it from your upline, don't just stay content. There's plenty of resources out there, and that's what I did. I reached out and I went to different people, and I got, like I said, I paid for trainings, I got free classes and all this. So how do you be present? That was my number one question. Besides being present, they want us to be present. They want us to do this. They want us to do that, but they're not telling us the steps on what to take. What are the steps? That's what I'm like, hello. So I thought to myself, and after taking everything in that I did, and I wrote notes. Yep, here it is. I wrote notes, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to stay too long because I still got to get to my book. I'm like little close to halfway done with my book, so I got to finish it because I want to return it tomorrow. Um, you got to get back to the basics. How do you stay present? And like I said, this is more than just. Don't think that I'm talking to just like network marketers and social sellers because, honey, I am a content creator as well. Okay, so what if I'm not putting my business out there? Like my business is not my dirty laundry, but my business is. You know what I'm saying? If I put some dirty laundry out there, honey, it's because I really don't care if you know or not. So you got to get back to the basics. You got to find your people in groups. You got to go and ask people, but don't go and ask people that you don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got people in my inbox that will send me random messages. They don't show up on my content, but they show up in my inbox asking me about the business. I had one girl um ask me. Well, she asked me something. I don't remember what it was, but then I said no, I'm not interested. And she goes, "Oh, I'm not trying to pitch you opportunity or nothing." But then she continues to pitch me a product. I'm not interested in nothing that you're saying because I don't know who the fuck you are. This is me. This is me. Okay. So if you get offended at that, if you get in your feelings over that, this is not the page for you. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it raw and real. Okay. And I'm not gonna tiptoe around it. All right. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna be genuine, and respectful with you as well. If you can't take this as being respectful and telling you that's not it, that's not how you do it. You don't ask people who you don't know, who you have not connected with. Connection starts on your page, okay? Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. If they're in there engaging with you, you go engage back with them. That's how you connect. Because 90% of the time, you're going to find out who that person is by their content. Because yeah, I like to play around on my content. I like to play out there on my Facebook. I said it in my post a couple of times. This is my playground. But at the end of the day, that tells you what? That I like to joke. I don't take things too seriously. So at the end of the day, like I like to laugh. I like to have fun. Now and then you gotta show people. Then you gotta track what works for you. So I was thinking with that, okay. This is why I made this live. This is where I came make this live because I had to think back when I was all in pharmacy. What did I do? I showed up every day. I got team members. I got sales. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. If you're new here and you don't know and you haven't been following me for that long, because I got a lot more followers than I did back then. I got a lot more people that come to my page and engage with me that I've never met before, like that weren't following me from the beginning. I'm gonna tell you something. Pharmacy is the reason why Scorpio Vibes is now in existence, is now out there. Okay. Why? Because when I earned a bonus back, what, 3 years ago, Like I said, I recently just joined. But when I was with pharmacy before, I earned a bonus. I took that bonus and I was like, because I've always wanted to own my own store. I wanted to be my own boss. I don't like people telling me what to do and how I can do stuff. I hated that in my past businesses. The companies I was with before, I hated them being like, "Oh, you can't put." Girl, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you a story real quick, okay? Real quick. I was in a business and I was told they were like make graphics and stuff for the products, right? And so I will make graphics. I love making graphics. Every now and then you'll see me pop a graphic out there, most likely with the my clothing business because I don't have every single item in my store. I have like close to 1,000, if not that, items in my store. I don't have everything. I have a lot, but not everything. Like the leggings I'm wearing right now, the capris, they are from my store. I have numerous of products hung up in the closet. One in particular that I just took the tags off. I was like, I'm gonna show this in a video, but I never got around to doing it. And yeah, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I digress. So I was with a previous company, and they were like, "Help, who likes to make graphics?" Blah blah blah. This was like before when I first started learning how to make graphics. So when I found Canva, I fell in love with Canva. Okay, like I paid for the promo, I did all them things, and I was like, this is my thing. I love making graphics. Everyone would compliment me on the damn graphics. People would ask me if they could use my graphics. Now I had them one wild hair, whatever, asking me if they could take my logo off of my graphic, whatever. If I liked it and if it didn't come off rude, I'd be like, yeah, sure, no problem, girl. But if if I didn't know you, if I didn't like, mm, mm. Anyways, I was told I made a really good graphic. It had like some shadow figure of a woman behind it because it was a candle. It was a candle business, and I had like this woman figure, like a shadow figure behind it, right? Man, do you know my upline and her little minions would they'd sit there and they like jump down my throat. They were calling me names. They were making fun of me. They were like, I mean, straight up dogging me in the group, in the company chat, in the team chat, all because of the graphic I made. That's what started it, and then they just kept going, and like they took it like Mean Girl style, straight up. I even had messages where one of the ladies ended up messaging me years later and apologizing, saying that's not how she is, blah blah blah. Well, I don't speak to her anymore because of other whatever reasons. She ended up going on some rant, blocking everybody, I guess, for the jealousy or some shit. I don't fucking know, but all I do know is it was straight up Mean Girl style, and it was all because of a graphic. And you want to know why? She had a problem? The My upline had a problem with the graphic because she said that she had stuff trauma that she had when she was a child, and the graphic, the black imaging, okay, it resembled the nipples around the tetas, and that bothered her. Ma'am, I didn't tell you to use my damn graphic, okay? I did it for me. She's like, but I go to your page and I see it and I don't like it. The fuck? So then later on, it became like anytime somebody would say something or I'd make a joke about something, it was them coming after me. And nobody in that damn thing stuck up for me. Nobody in that thing spoke up. Well, needless to say, I left the company, moved on. I said, fuck them bitches, and I kept on going. That's what I did. But what I'm saying is, I do not like people telling me what I can and can't do in my own business. That is why I started Scorpio Vibes in 2023. How did I fund it? Pharmacy. I funded it through pharmacy. So I went back to the basics. I tracked back to what I was doing then. And I told myself, okay, I need to be present. every single day. Now it's the summer, so time frames is changing because I don't have to be up in the morning. My kids are not morning people. I'm not a morning person. We are not a morning people household. Okay? Even my youngest, my 5-year old, he is not a morning person. He stays up late and he wakes up late. Unless we have appointments or something important to do, only time we'll wake up early. So times have changed. But what do I need to do to be present every day? I was going live every day in my group, on my business page. I was doing 30-day lives, and I was doing like makeup looks and things like that in the evening time, right here on this page. And then in my group, I was going doing like a morning live every time, make coffee or whatever. Now times has changed, and I don't wear makeup every day, and I don't really do makeup looks all the time. I might throw one out here and there, but I am your skincare girl. You need help with skincare? You got skincare issues? I got you. Because I can talk to you about skincare problems. Because I'm all about, and I said this from the very first time I ever joined pharmacy, I am all about putting your best face forward. It does not mean you have to wear a bunch of makeup. And that doesn't mean you have to join pharmacy because you wear makeup. No, you don't have to wear makeup to join pharmacy. But what I'm telling you is we have some amazing skincare products. I'm just saying. I'm like, if you embarrassed about the way your skin look, the way your face look, you walking around this world, let's start fixing that problem. And let's start with your skincare issues. Let's start with fixing your skincare problems. I deal with this with my 16-year-old son. You don't like something on your face? Start changing it. Start doing your skincare. Men, not just women. Men and women need to be doing skincare. I was in Dollar General the other day. I don't know how long I've been on live. I was on Dollar General the other day, and this guy was in front of me, and the cashier lady, she asked him, she said, "How do you get your skin to look so nice?" And he was like, "I just take good care of my skin." She's like, "Do you drink? Do you smoke?" And he was like, "I do smoke, and I drink every now and then." "Well, why your skin look really good?" And he sat there and was like, "I use this product, this product, this product," and he's telling her, and then he turns around and looks at me and smiles. He was like, "I ain't gotta say nothing to you because your skin look really good." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Some days I don't think it looks good. Some days I feel like it's dry as hell. Sometimes I really don't put my skincare on, especially if I don't really go nowhere, or plan to go anywhere. But 90% of the time, when I am getting up out the or I get out the shower, I'm doing my skincare. Put some type of moisturizer on because even just walking around, I just can't stand that feeling of dry skin. Like it has to be smooth. Okay. Like today, I had to pluck some hairs, did my skincare. Even though I didn't go nowhere, I didn't do anything. Literally laid in the bed or laid on the couch for in here in my office or in my room. And I read my book half the damn day. But other than that, like, but my whole point of that story was he's over here talking about he does skincare, and you're like, you're a guy. Why are you doing? Because it's not just for women. And the older you get, you need to be taking care of your skin, okay? Or you're gonna have dry patches, crow's feet, dark circles. What? Okay, let me finish my live and I'll be over there. So, get back to the basics. Implement these steps I just suggested in this live and start. What worked when you were getting those sales, when you were getting those recruits, when you were doing all them things like that? What worked? For me, it was showing up every day. Put my face out there every day. Now I'm doing on TikTok. You'll see me if you follow me on TikTok. If you want my TikTok link, let me know. But I am over there on TikTok like literally more than I am on Facebook. Always posting a video. Some of them are real time videos. Some of them are videos like batch content a night before or that weekend. But here on Facebook and then on Instagram, I kind of paused on YouTube only because I probably will just start scheduling posts. What? I am. I'm almost done. I probably will start scheduling posts soon, but for right now, I just took a pause on it. Okay, you're gonna get your butt whooped if you don't stop. Bye. Um, Stop, yo. I'm getting off here because he's starting to throw shit, and now I'm getting pissed off. He over smacking shit. He gonna smack that box off that rail. Okay, let me finish this. But Instagram and Facebook, I'm gonna be in my stories every day. I'm gonna try to. I'm not trying. I'm showing up every day live so you can see this face because lives do get cut short. They don't stay on your page forever like they used to. So I'm going back to the basics. I'm going back to what worked. I'm gonna show up every day. So I decided to start tonight instead of starting tomorrow. I said I'm gonna start today, and that's what I'm doing. So if you see more of me, this is why. I'm starting back to the basics. And if you need help with your skincare or you don't know where to start, you want to start, come hit me up. Send me a message, comment under here that you message me so I can make sure that I see it. Because I'm going to tell you, if we're not connected on Facebook or even on Instagram and you send me a message, it'll go to the spam folder. I just found a whole bunch of messages on spam folder in my spam folder that I was like, where did these come from? But yeah. So I'm gonna get off here. But that's what I want to do. How to be present during the day with your businesses. And again, this is not just for network marketers. This is not just for social sellers. This is for content creators too. Because if you don't, I've said it since day one. If you don't post, you won't grow. If you don't post, you won't grow. That post I made a couple of this last thing I'm gonna say is the couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, whatever it was, and I said minimum of 3 posts a day. That was specifically made for certain times of the day. Because if you post during an off time, and you don't post at all, but you make at least one post, and try to at least hit like morning, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those are when people are on their phones. But try to post more. If you don't post, you won't grow. All right. I hope you have a great one. Thank you for hopping in. Go ahead, hit that heart and comment and let me know that you stopped in. Even if you are hopping on the replay, comment #replay and let me know what steps are you doing. Maybe I need to try something that you're doing. Maybe I need to show up a different way. So if you have any tips and tricks, let me know in the comments. And I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Bye.